Okay, welcome to the lesson today. Today's lesson is lesson number 2 of the idioms series, which I'm doing. We have idioms connected to money today. The first idiom, put your money where your mouth is. Very often people will talk a lot. They are all mouth, but they don't act. When we say all mouth and no trousers. So put your money where your mouth is means do what you're talking about. Maybe you talk all the time about a new car, but you never buy that car. And somebody says, put your money where your mouth is. And they mean, go and buy that car. But it could be just doing something which you always talk about, but you never do it. And when you say, put your money where your mouth is, it means take a risk, go and do it. Do what you talk about. Okay. To live beyond your means, it simply means that you spend more than you earn. Okay? You perhaps lead a very luxurious lifestyle. Maybe you buy a really nice new car and you rent a really expensive flat, but you don't make enough money, and so you live beyond your means, and probably in the end you sell the car and you move. Okay, to make ends meet, it just means to pay all the bills and survive and be able to buy food, to make ends meet. So you pay the rent, you pay all your bills, and you're okay. If you can't make ends meet, it means you can't afford the lifestyle that you have. You're having difficulty making ends meet, and so you can't pay your bills, you can't pay your rent, maybe you can't pay for the water, you can't make ends meet. Okay, number 4. If someone is not honest, we think of honest as being someone straight. If you say he is a really straight guy, it means he's a really honest guy. But if somebody is bent, then they're not honest. They're crooked. They're a criminal, perhaps, or dishonest. If you say that he is as bent as a 9-bob note or £9 note, you're saying that he is a criminal. He is as dishonest as a £9 note. We don't have a £9 note. We have a £10 note, we have a £5 note, but we don't have a £9 note. And so a £9 note would be false money. It would be criminal. And that's why we say he is as bent as a £9 note. Okay, number 5, the bottom line. This is a reference to the bottom line of your accounts. The bottom line is your profit. It's what you're left with after all the expenses have been taken away. It's the final result. The bottom line is the final result. Now we use this very idiomatically. You can say the bottom line and you mean in summary. At the end of the day, something we also say, and it means the bottom line. In the end, or at the end of the day, we have to do this. The bottom line is, the final result, the main thing is we must do this. Okay, so we can use the bottom line financially, but we don't have to. We can use it like, in the end, this is what we must do. Okay, your bread and butter is how you make money. So my bread and butter is teaching. Your bread and butter, maybe it's engineering, maybe it's IT, maybe it's sales, I don't know, maybe marketing, but that's your bread and butter. Whatever your profession is, whatever you do for money is your bread and butter. Break even. All businesses must at least break even so that they don't make a loss. If you don't break even, you are making a loss, you're not making money. Break even is when your expenses equal your income. Okay, when income and expenses are equal, you've broken even. When you make more money, you've got profit, which is more desirable than breaking even. So breaking even just means you've got the money back that you've spent. But you want more, you want to do better than break even to make your work worthwhile. Okay, if something costs an arm and a leg, it's very, very expensive. You have to chop your arm and your leg off just in order to buy this product. So if something costs an arm and a leg, you're just saying it's very, very, very expensive. If someone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth, then that means that they have been born into a lot of money or advantages, lots of privilege, usually into a wealthy family. This is what we mean if we say he's born with a silver spoon in his mouth. It means that they've been spoilt, perhaps, by lots of money. So they've had all the advantages, or perhaps they had a car bought for them, they had their house bought for them. They were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Okay, last one, number 10. If you are in the red, this is bad. It means you are in debt. Okay, don't pronounce the B, in debt. In debt, in the red. If you're in the black, it's good. You're not in debt. And this is because accountants, a long time ago, or bankers perhaps, if all the, when they were doing their books, when they were writing the books, all of the accounts which owed them money, they would write in red, and all of the accounts which they had to, they had money and the bankers had to give them the money, they were in the black. Okay, so it was just simply because of the way banking was done. Books were kept. The ink was sometimes red if the person was in debt, or black if they weren't in debt. Okay, thanks for listening to the Money Idioms. Please subscribe if you like the lesson, and I hope to see you again soon.
Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this lesson and would like to receive more over the next few weeks. Here are some videos on phrasal verbs, auxiliary verbs, tenses, and verb forms as well, like gerunds and 2+ infinitive. Please watch them and try the quizzes below the videos, and I hope that you improve.